My name is Kevin Cox, and that's spelled Kevincox, and I am the CEO and founder of Hope Crisis Response Network. We are a disaster response organization that rebuilds homes for families with little to no insurance. And we're very excited to be up here in the town of Paradise, being able to partner with the rebuilds. Some of my hobbies, I'm a big hockey fan. I absolutely love hockey. I played it in my youth and my younger adult life, and now I just get to watch it. But when I have time, that's kind of what I do. And then we have a granddaughter. We have she's 18 months old right now, and it's our first granddaughter. And I would have to say that FaceTiming with her back in Indiana is probably one of my most enjoyable times of my life right now. Well, the greatest joy that we have, obviously, is in rebuilding, is to see a family get back home again. We weep tears of sorrow with the families that we meet along the way, but when we're able to rebuild that home and see the restoration take place in their life, handing them a set of keys to their new home brings tears of joy. And we are very, very excited and look forward to those moments. I think it's the relationships. Relationships are so important to us. As a faith-based organization, we take a lot of extra effort making sure that we connect with people. For us, rebuilding homes and restoring lives is a commandment to us in many ways. And as we're able to create relationships, it's these relationships that help us to be able to help these families be restored in many ways. And also at the same time, it's the partnerships that we get to enjoy in those relationships as well with those that are working in the same line of field that we are. You know, you can look around in this community and you can see how beautiful it was to see through things. And as I look about it, I'm kind of different than most people. I look at it and I say, wow, this is beautiful. And I see the burned trees, I see all the homes that were gone, but I also see a community that is stuck together and that they are helping one another to get back home and being able to assist each other in whatever those needs are. And so for me, over the next 7 to 10 years, I'm looking forward to seeing this community come to life again. I would say this is, you need to ask yourself, were you a part of this community? Do you want to remain a part of this community? Do you want to be a part of the growth of the future of this community? And I would encourage you to look into that and look at what groups like ours at Hope Crisis or Mennonite Disaster Service or the Rebuilding Paradise Rebuilding Foundation, what they can do to help you to get back home, because there are so many options that you didn't even think that you had out there with all the grants that are available, your PG&E settlements. We're here to see families get back home, and we want to do everything we can to make sure that happens. One of the things that we do as a disaster response organization is we have churches all over this country, and Paradise Alliance Church is one of our partners. Neighborhood down in Chico is one of our partners. And so it's very important for us to be here to support those that support us, not only from the partnership side of things, but from the people standpoint of it. They have church members that lost homes that need to get back home. And so when we commit to an area, we commit to rebuilding a community. You don't have to be a church member. You don't have to be a part of any denomination. We're here to see a community restored, and in that part, we don't discriminate in any way. We're here to put everybody who has that qualifying opportunity to be here, to be here. We have been building throughout Northern California and other disasters. We've had 5 paradises that we've been working in across, and we've just now putting the finishing touches on the last of the other 4. And so as we have experienced, COVID has been a quite challenging time in our lives, because we are a volunteer organization. And when you're not able to have volunteers in the field, it really cuts down the productivity. So we've been having to hire additional staff to help us to complete homes, but we see the light at the end of the tunnel. And that light's not a freight train coming at us. That light is coming out of this COVID era, and that we're going to see a lot more volunteers in the field than we've had in a very long time. We We have several floor plans that we operate off of, and we have a 1-bedroom, a 2-bedroom, and a 3-bedroom. We have some opportunities for families to be able to pick and choose. Our 1-bedroom is a 750 1-bedroom. Our 2-bedroom, 2-bath is a 960 square foot, and then our 3-bedroom, 2-bath is an 1,120 square foot. These are very high efficiency homes. Let me give you just an example of how efficient our homes are. We just completed a home, our last house up in Shasta, and so I went over to visit several of the families to say goodbye. And one of the biggest hugs I ever received was from a woman that we finished her home back in October of last year. Her utility bill was running about $370 a month. Her highest utility bill in the middle of winter was only $100. That excites me because we're able to save these families extra money in their pockets. They're able to do other things and be able to keep their bills up to par. And for me, being able to see families not only have a beautiful home but be able to afford them, very exciting. We want to thank Rebuild Paradise Foundation for their partnership, and we hope that many families will take advantage of going to their library and finding these different homes that contractors have allowed the prints to be used, and you'll find ours there for no charge as well, and we just ask that give them a look.